What to do, squad? So the other day I was on the daily Twitter, right? And I come across this right here. There's a woman on TikTok who went viral yesterday because she flew herself out to a nigga that did not want her. All she brought with her was throat numbing spray, Listerine strips. Mind you, this bitch is 31. She got 3 kids. Old boy is 25. The secondhand embarrassment is completely real. I don't know what the fuck going on, but we gonna get straight to it. Don't forget, if you guys are enjoying the content that I'm bringing to you guys, hit that like button, subscribe to your boy, join the squad.
Story time on when I flew to another state to meet this young lit nigga that's lit on the internet. And to me, I felt like he was cat. So yeah, I met him on the internet. I was in Bahamas like the beginning of January for my son. I'm sorry, the beginning of February for my son's birthday or whatever. And he DM'd me on Instagram like, need you. So I'm like, oh, I've been trying to get you me or whatever like that. So he like, you know, whatever. We gonna exchange numbers or what? So I'm like, yeah, cause like, you know, he's some fine shit. Like, I love dark skinned niggas. And when I say he's some fine shit, bitch, he's some fine shit. Or whatever like that. So on the internet, like, you know, he got 2 watches, big Cardi, 6 cars, supposedly own his house, and he young as fuck or whatever. Like that. Dressed nice, always designer down, like always posting mad money, etc. So, you know, like, that's my type. I love me a hood, get money nigga. So he asked for my number or whatever like that. So I gave him my number, and like, he texted me. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it was little signs that I didn't like. Like, if you know I'm on vacation with my kids, like, I remember I posted my drink or whatever, and I didn't text him right back. And he's on my phone like, oh, you see me text you or whatever, but you posting. Like, that right there was like, you only have my number for like 20 minutes, like, chill out. But I let him slide. So we planned to see each other or whatever like this, like, whatever like that on this Saturday. That's it, this Saturday, right? And we planned for me to come Valentine's Day weekend or whatever. And he really was on some shit where, like, he was like, oh, come whatever, what day, what time, it don't even matter. Like, whenever you could come, just come. So I chose that weekend because I'm free every other weekend for my kids. They go with their dad or whatever like that. So that was my free weekend. So I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I thought he was a fake page at first or whatever like that, because it just was like too good to be true. So we would only text. And like, he'll tell me to FaceTime him, but by the time I FaceTime him or whatever, he not answering. Now he got an excuse or he don't FaceTime back. So, bitch, I started thinking like, bitch, I'm gonna get catfish if I go down here. So I told him, I'm like, look, this Wednesday, like the Wednesday before the Friday. So I'm like, FaceTime me before Friday or I'm not coming. So now he got all that energy. He FaceTime me, etc. I got him on the phone. Before you really couldn't, like, he'd just be texting and shit like that. So he FaceTime me. He was real, looked the same, looked good as fuck. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready, etc. So Friday come and we talk, and I'm like, you know, like, you ready? Like, I'm at the nail salon. I'm like, you ready? Like, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to meet you, etc. So he like, yeah, or whatever like that. But I feel like his energy was a little off because he was more excited days before. So I'm like, you good, love? Like, you okay? Because I'm like, I feel like your energy is like kind of off. Like, you're not excited as you was. So he's like, oh, I just found out I got to get my daughter or whatever today. Mind you, it's the day I leave. Like, I'm leaving at 10 p.m. at night to land. I think my flight would land like 12:48 a.m. originally. So I'm like, yo, I took our work for this or whatever, and I already checked into the flight. And he's like, well, what's the issue? Nobody didn't tell you not to come. Like, you can still come. I'm good. I'm gonna just get a sitter. If anything, her and the sitter just stay at my house, and we could just get a room. So I'm like, you know what? All right, that's cool. I'm all for that, or whatever the case may be. So I still go. Like, I get my nails and I run to the mall. I get everything I need. I pack my shit, and I tell him like, all right, I'm for the land at this time. I go to the airport. Mind you, y'all, I'm rushing because I'm always fucking last minute. I get to the airport. I board the flight or whatever like that. So before I boarded the flight, he texted me this hotel, like Cigna or something like that. It's like one of the best hotels in Atlanta. So I tried to book the hotel online, but everything was booked up. So I told him, I'm like, look, everything booked up because it's Valentine's Day weekend. So he like, nah, you got to call. So I called, and like, everything was booked the fuck up. Like, literally, it was no hotel. So he like, well, find whatever you can find and just book it, and I'm gonna get you from the airport. So I'm like, you know, what's your budget? So he like, what you mean? I'm like, what's your budget? Like, I'll book the room, but when I land, I expect to get my money back or whatever like that. So I'm on the plane, y'all. The plane done took off. So the nigga like, oh, the least you could do is pay for the room. So I'm like, huh? So this when the mishap coming, because I get it. Okay, we supposed to stay at your house originally, but then your child came into play. So now we gotta go stay somewhere else, which is cool, because I think a hotel is better anyway, because you don't know me and I don't know you. And it's more safer, I feel like. So he like, yeah, like, you can pay for the room, I'm gonna fund the rest of the trip. Baby, you a whole scammer. You think I'm paying for a motherfucking hotel for you to come fuck on me? So he all like, yo, I feel like you could pay for something, I'm funding the rest of the trip, or whatever the case may be. Yo, so we start arguing or whatever like that. So then the plane land, and I'm like, you really arguing over a $300-something hotel, but you scamming, you hitting all these licks, all this big money you posting. I mean, like $20,000-$30,000. You can't book a $300 hotel. And I just felt like, if you brought me to your city, you should make sure I'm good. Like, if you came to my city and something happened, I'm going to correct it before you get there. I'm going to figure this shit the fuck out. Because, I mean, why wouldn't I? Like, it don't make sense. I didn't ask to come there. You wanted to come. Now, I agree we wanted to see each other, but still, like, what? So, when I landed, the nigga arguing, going all back and forth and shit. So, I'm like, listen, cancel your sitter. Stay home with your kid. Go ahead and bond. I'm cool. Like, I ain't even link you no more, etc. Y'all, this nigga was like, oh, you must be coming to come see another nigga. Nigga, what? I took off from my job, stopped one of my business to come see you. And you talking about another nigga? That's your response? Y'all, he kept fucking arguing. I couldn't believe it, because I'm like, bro, like, if you getting all this money and you got all this motion, all this shit going on, like, $300 is nothing. So I'm like, if I book this hotel, you can't come. So that's what the fuck I did. I booked the hotel, and shout out to that Spirit flight attendant, because, yo, he stayed in that airport with me and found me a hotel, y'all. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had nowhere to stay, like, at all. But I booked that hotel, y'all, and I left that nigga on red. Like, I stopped responding, and I just made it into a solo trip. But I still was just, like, mad, because I trip. Like, Atlanta cool. We used to do that for New Year's, but, like, just to go and spend that much money, it was just, like, I could have went somewhere else. Like, that was kind of crazy. So me personally, I just feel like his lifestyle got to be kept, because I done dealt with some big money niggas. Like, I mean, rich niggas, like, that's running businesses to get legit money. I done dealt with a rapper. I'm not gonna say who the fuck he is, because he is a big rapper that y'all listen to every single day. And niggas with money ain't complaining. They not doing all that. Like, I'm telling you, they not doing all that. Like, when you come see them, they have everything into play, everything booked, bitch, your itinerary set up, all that. Like, it ain't making sense. So to me, his life was just kept. And to be honest, I never really seen him go out and do nothing or anything like that. Like, he not in the mall blowing no money. Like, he ain't no 5-star restaurants. Like, he really don't be doing nothing. Like, he might go skate or something, but, like, other than that, like, that nigga don't be really doing shit, like, with the money he's supposed to have. Like, he got all this motion. You would think he'd be tripping, like, something. Like, nah, he not doing none of that. So to me personally, the life is kept. And I was just mad, because I felt like, damn, like, I flew here to see you, and this happened. Never doing it again. And then his excuse was, well, you knew what I had going on and you still came. Nigga, you never told me not to come. When I checked in with you and we spoke, you told me to still come. It wasn't an issue. And you was going to get a sitter. Like, what? That don't even make sense. Like, make it make sense. I would have said the fuck home. I'm not that pressed to see no nigga. Like, bitch, you know, I get niggas. Like, what? Be for real. I was just upset at the fact that you still allowed me to come or whatever like that, knowing that you was gonna do that or whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying he lying about getting his kid, because bitches do that. Like, bitches that know it's a Valentine's Day week or something going on and be like, oh yeah, you not I'm gonna sneak him with the kid because I don't want him to be with no other bitch. So it do be like that, but still, like, come on, yo. Like, I don't live down the street. I live in another state. I flew there.
All right, look, this gonna be called the part one of, if you're gonna tell the story, then tell the full truth. You feel me? This part one though. So look, right, let me get this like straight to y'all. First and foremost, I'm not a YN. You know what I'm saying? I'm 25 years old. You know, but check this out. I'm not from Atlanta at all. You feel me? I live in Atlanta now. I'm from Iraq. You feel me? But all this, like, okay, well, we gonna start off with the whole he flew me out type thing. You know, I never flew out. So this whole oh yeah, he flew me out and put me on Spirit Airlines. Shit is cap. You know what I'm saying? I never flew out. I never paid for no flight. You feel me? None of that. You get what I'm saying? Now, I really don't know how to like to work it as far as in like if I can post the messages when I'm talking type shit. I don't know if I can do that shit on here, but I'm finna try it though. I ain't gonna lie, like, you really done fucked up. Let me get in the hang of this shit for real. Cause now I got it figured out so I can go ahead and do these little, you get what I'm saying? So look, right now we just gonna piggyback off of the whole she said some shit like what for it is. Oh yeah, he got mad with me because I was out of town and texting my kids and all that. Like, whatever the fuck that's supposed to be about. Anywho, that shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing at all. You get what I'm saying? Fast forward to these messages. You get what I'm saying? Now look, now check this out. She say like, I supposed to pay for a hotel, or we argued about a hotel or some shit about like some shit with some money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what really pissed me off. Like, that's what made me even get into this whole little, you dig? Anyway, you feel me? Now, that's my whole thing. Now, I done made it clear that I was getting my daughter Friday. You know what I'm saying? I let her know at 4 p.m. on Friday, like, okay, well, I'm getting my daughter and I'm gonna have her for the weekend, or the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Now, your flight don't leave until 11 o'clock, whatever the case may be. Your flight don't leave until 11 o'clock at night. Now, by your flight don't leaving at 11 o'clock tonight, meaning like, okay, Will, I ain't really trying to be mean to you, but like, I'm gonna give you all the signs. What for this? All right, Will, I just told you my daughter coming. I done already let you know, like, beforehand. I'm not bringing nobody around my daughter. Like, it ain't none of that type of shit going on, especially no stranger. Like, it ain't none of that going on. I got too much respect for myself. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, mama, and my daughter alone. People be having weird intentions and shit towards kids. Whatever. Now, so if I'm letting you know this already on some, like, you feel me? It ain't none of that going on. Then off rip, you feel me? You should have either not even got your ass on the flight for one, because your flight didn't leave until 11 o'clock later on that night. I told you at 4 o'clock. You try to tell me like, oh yeah, I already checked in my flight. Checking in your flight don't mean nothing at all. You know why? Because you still can cancel or like whatever. It don't matter. I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? I know for a fact you can cancel your flight, reservation, whatever, get a refund, whatever. So I let her know, like, you feel me? It's a possible chance that I can get a, you know what I'm saying? It's a possibility that I can get a babysitter. But like, that one never 100%, you feel me? Like, regardless of me getting a babysitter or not, right? I never, ever was staying at no hotel for one. Like, you a stranger, you get what I'm saying? I was not doing no shit like that. You a stranger, I don't even know you for real. And you too thirsty, like, you throwing me off for real. You too thirsty, you know what I'm saying? Now, cool. Now, in the mix of all that, right? Okay, she get her. Now, she get her. She knew on the plane, like, oh yeah, she had to get her a room and shit like that, whatever the case may be. Because of the simple fact, I get to ask her shit like, okay, well, what you finna do as far as in like hotel wise, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna help you look for a hotel, like GT, you know what I'm saying? But like, you should be already under the impression, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you not to come for real, because of the simple fact, I let you know I got my daughter. If a nigga telling you like, okay, well, he got his daughter and you can't, he not bringing you around his daughter, my daughter, this, you know what I'm saying? She gonna be here with me. So she gonna be here with me, then that means you can't be here at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't none of that going on. Cool, long story short, whatever the case may be, she ended up paying for her own flight. You feel me? She ended up paying for her own hotel or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? She was mad or whatever the case may be. But my thing is, look, right now, she never not once said like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay for the hotel, but when I land, give me the money. What? The first thing I told her was, find something that you can afford. You feel me? Like, find something you can afford, whatever in your budget. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this shit ain't about no $300 or no hotel or nothing like that. We never argued about no hotel, because I made it clear, like clear as day. Like, okay, well, I'm not sleeping in no hotel. Why in the fuck would I sleep in a hotel? I mean, I got a house. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just worried about your well-being. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's already damn near 1 o'clock in the morning when you land. You gotta have somewhere to sleep at. I don't want you to sleep in the airport or no shit like that. You feel me? Cool. Now, she get all that shit done or whatever the case may be. She act like she got an attitude out of this world. She really was on some like selfish shit, like on some like, she thought I was gonna put her before my daughter type shit. Like, oh yeah, well, we had plans and what the fuck ever. Like, I don't give a fuck who you is. Don't nobody come before my daughter. You feel me? Now, mind you, like, okay, so that was that whole Friday. Now look, I still text her on Saturday just to make sure like she was good, she was safe. Because at the end of the day, you're not from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You're not from Atlanta at all. I'm not from Atlanta at all. But like, it was just cold that night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh yeah, are you okay? You know, on some like checking up on her type shit. You feel me? See, oh yeah, I had found a room. You know, none like everything was regular for real. Nah, the shit really went left for real that Saturday when it came to the point where it is. She got to text me all like extra thirsty ass shit. Like, you got breath mints and like numbing spray. You know what I'm saying? That shit new to me. You know what I'm saying? All right, okay. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Brush that off. And then you got to ask me shit like, oh yeah, have I ever gave my ass ate? My behind ate? I don't know if TikTok gonna like blur it out or some shit because of that. Hold on, what the fuck? This lady throwing me off now. You know what I mean? You throwing me off. You throwing me all the way off. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm just like, nah, hell no. She won't be seeing me at all. You get what I'm saying? I'm not finna link up with you. I'm not finna have sex with you. It ain't none of that going on. Like, you know, I'm cool on it. I'm straight on it. Now, mind y'all, it would never ever be a storyline. It wouldn't be a story time. It wouldn't be none of that. You know why? If I pulled up to see her at that hotel, had I had sex with her, any of that shit, you get what I'm saying? If any of that shit would have went her way as far as in like sexual intercourse, she would have never made a story time. You get what I'm saying? Now, mind you, like, she was scamming me on some like, hold on, what the fuck? Don't be saying no shit like that to be like, you know, you scam me for real on some shit. Like, you know, like, hold on. You been a little bit too thirsty, you feel me? Now, my whole thing is, on top of you being a little bit too thirsty, right? I mean, on top of her being a little too thirsty, right? I'm just like, all right, okay, whatever. You feel me? Like, now mind y'all, rewind. We was texting this shit for like, probably like a week and a half. I want to say we probably was texting for like a week and a half for real. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I ain't never been on the phone at all. Like, never been on the phone. No, we get on FaceTime for the first time. You feel me? It was like a 3-minute call or some shit like that. But when I first get on the phone, I got my face in the camera. She got her face in the camera. But she got on like these clear glasses. Now, when I say stop playing, put your face in the camera, you know, I don't know if that like rubbed to the wrong way, but I'm just in my head like, this not the same person that I was just looking at on Instagram. You feel me? So now, like, I'm not saying she ugly. I'm not taking that from her at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like she not the, like what she looked at like on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So it caught me off guard type shit. So now I'm really just trying to like rush her off the phone for real. But like I'm giving her a cold shoulder to the point where it is like, damn, you not getting the memo. Like I shouldn't have to say like, okay, well, woo, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I'm really giving you a cold shoulder. Like I'm letting you know what, like, you know what I'm saying? So like that was throwing me off though that she didn't look the same. You know what I'm saying? So after that, the conversation went like blank. She texted me that Friday like, hey love, are you okay? Ooh. And I tell her, she like, am I still coming? Ooh, I didn't respond to no other question, but am I okay? I told her I'm good. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm good, but I was dull as hell with her. You feel me? But I'm gonna just show y'all all that shit. I gotta post all that shit.
All right, let's get straight to these messages. I got the full script, so whatever is covered right here, I'll just tell you guys what it says, and we're gonna get straight to it. So, oh boy's in the blue, and he's basically just getting straight to the point. He says, "You're right. I hate small talk. Let me know when you're in Atlanta." Then she says, "That's crazy. Okay." And then right here where it's covered up, it says, "You said it. The only way this could be resolved is by seeing each other." So, oh dude, he's slick. He's slick as fuck. You see what he doing, right? And she's just falling for the bait 100%. She says, "Yes, I agree. So when I'm in Atlanta, I'll hit you up." Like, I'm ever just in Atlanta. No, you're not ever just in Atlanta. Duh. You don't just be fucking traveling like that. And then she says, "I booked it." He ain't booked shit. Clearly says, "I booked it. My cousin got me scared, LOL. She's screaming, you don't even know him." Duh, you don't know this nigga. What are you doing? And then he says, "Would she think I'm gonna do something to you or something?" They're just flirting around, playing games, right? And then let's get to the next one. Oh, right here. This is what we got, the Listerine strips. And you know, the throat numbing spray. She out here tripping. This the only pic you need, LOL. You get it? He said, "I got the picture, but IDK what it is." Really, LOL? That's sore throat spray and breath strips. Bitch, breath is stinking. He said, "You got sore throat? Baby, that's for me to give you head." Oh my God. Yeah, she tripping. She tripping. Mind you, this is a grown 35-year-old woman trying to fuck on a 25-year-old boy. She's flying out to him on her dime. She bugging. And then right here, this is where old boy just ghosted her because I guess she popped up in the city. He didn't think it was really gonna happen, even though he set it up for failure for her. He said, "I went to sleep. Are you okay?" Then she said, "Hey, I feel a lot better. Still a little upset, but just happy to finally have a room. It's not my norm, but was all I could afford," basically. Then this nigga says, "Good thing is that you're okay. I was just trying to stay up, but after I put her to sleep, it was done for." Basically his daughter. He's been saying like as you guys can see, that his daughter was there. He didn't really want the fucking girl to come over. Like, he already had his whole week set up. He was just trying to see what type of woman this was, and he found out she was crazy as fuck. And then she goes back and she tries to double down again. A girl talking about, I just really wanted to meet you, I guess, but I learned shit from every situation that I ain't about to read all of this. Y'all could take your screenshot. Basically, this bitch is finding out what she did was stupid. It was idiotic. You out here thirsty. Y'all tripping. Y'all watch yourselves and who y'all talking to on the internet. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys. Oh boy is not tripping. She does not look the same as how she looks on her Instagram. I tried to find like some unfiltered like photos and everything, but I couldn't find shit but just some little thing like this right here. See, old girl face was all caked up and she had hella pimples and bumps and shit. So I know bro was tripping when he seen her on the FaceTime call. He was probably like, oh hell no, she bugging. It's Kicking It Daily. Welcome back to the squad. Comment, like, and subscribe. You already know what it is.